If you would like to dance with toddlers and have little or no experience with this target group, you can watch a number of feasible examples in a few moments. We have also tried to provide a survey of 3 different viewpoints on dance. Dance games, dancing with or inspired by objects, and structured toddler dances. You will see that we chose to show unfinished dance recordings. We hope that you will get a realistic picture of what dancing with toddlers can be like, and that you will feel like trying it yourself. Dance games are a very suitable approach to encourage toddlers to move. Playing the game is usually the incentive, but the objective is to appeal to the toddler's reaction time. Because dance games usually are active, they are also a perfect warm-up in the beginning of a dance. Every toddler has 3 clothes pegs, for instance red, yellow and blue, attached to several places on his clothes. When the music plays, the toddlers skip freely across the room. When the music stops, the instructor calls out a color. As soon as possible, the toddlers touch the floor with the peg in that color. They stay in that position until the music starts again. The toddlers skip freely to the music across the room. As soon as the music stops, the instructor calls out a color. The toddlers pair up as soon as possible and let the pegs of the chosen color touch each other. The toddlers are standing or sitting on one side of the room. One child takes position in the middle of the room and freezes. The other toddlers join in one by one. Everyone decides for himself which peg has to correspond with the peg of the previous toddler. Cheche Kule is a game song from Ghana and is supported by singing. As you can see in the film, the lyrics evoke some giggling. Cheche Kule can also be a starting point to invent a new game song. There are 2 identical leaves for each toddler. They place one of the leaves on the floor and keep the other one in their hand. The toddlers step freely to the music across the room. When the instructor stops the music, they swap leaves with each other. When the instructor stops the music and claps his hands, they first swap leaves and then look for the same leaf on the floor. In this game, the toddlers are expected to react quickly. They skip or step freely to the music across the room. When the music stops, they lie, sit, stand or squat on a piece of clothing. While doing this, they make sure the right body part is covering the right piece of clothing. Sometimes a little help is required. In a relay race, speed is of great importance. In this clothing relay race, we emphasize the pleasure of dressing up and self-reliance. The use of objects can motivate and stimulate toddlers to move, and hence lead to dancing. You can let the toddlers dance with objects or inspired by objects. Here you see some examples of objects you can use during a dance activity. Give the toddlers enough time to experiment with the objects. Afterwards, you can give focused tasks in which movements with and inspired by objects are developed.
Sterren staan, sterren gaan, ieder hun baan, sterren staan.
By looking at the objects, certain associations and images are evoked, which can subsequently be translated into movement. are dances in which the movements are made at a fixed moment in the song or music.
Samen dansen, hip, hup, hop. Het gaat weer snel, dus let goed op. Draaien, 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 dansen in het rond. Nee, je moet niet vallen op de grond. Samen dansen, hip, hup, hop. Het gaat weer snel, dus let goed op. Hakken, tenen, dansen op de maat.
Pim, pam, beus. Tik eens op je neus. Tik eens op je ene oor. Pim, pam, boor. Pim, pam, buik. Draai eens met je buik. Draai hem even helemaal rond. Pim, pam, buik.
Dit is Sint en dat is Piet. Weg is Sint en weg is Piet. Waar is Sint? Waar is Piet? Hier is Sint en daar is Piet. Dit is Sint en dat is Piet. Weg is Sint en weg is Piet. Waar is Sint? Waar is Piet? Hier is Sint en daar is Piet.